I just realized I've been talking this entire time with my mic on mute. Alright, so what I've been telling you guys while my mic was muted, because, well, there's no in between for PlayStation. Like, if I take my headset off, my controller has a mic in it, and if I don't want to be using said mic, I have to hit the button on the controller to pause the mic, which is muting it, which also does headsets. So there's no in between, right? I can't just turn my headset off, go to a TV sound, and then it'd be like, oh, okay, you don't want voice. No, no, no. It's like, oh, okay, you're not using a headset. Here, let me switch over to the mic on the controller for you. And that's not what I'm wanting to do. So I always mute my controller for this reason. But let's pop back in. I had a Dear Dota moment where I literally did not prepare for my stream. Sorry for my stream to see that this has happened. But pretty much, this game pulls in a unbalanced skill base. And this is through engagement-based matchmaking and skill-based matchmaking, right? Because both go on into the game at the same time. So when you search for a lobby, it's skill-based matchmaking. When you're in the lobby and a player dies too many times or they feel like that player might be having a bad experience, then EOMM comes in, which is your engagement-based matchmaking, and makes it where, oh, okay, we'll just make it where they eat a little bit more bullets, they don't die as fast as they should, and then we'll test that. And then even if they're still dying to that, which don't know how, but even if they do, then they get that, and then the game's like, we'll just make it where like 2 bullets will kill out of the gun they're holding, right? And it could be an SMG at a really long range, but they'll get the kill in 2 bullets. And it'll be that way till they feel like, oh, we've retained this guy. And then it goes back to being somewhat normal. I say somewhat because it won't be all the way normal because they still have to try to retain that player. But things like that happen. And I've witnessed it so many times. I could come out at the beginning of a match and be dropping 4 to 6 kills, and then next thing I know, because the other team, I guess, is having a bad experience, um, they start switching up. I guess their playstyle on top of the game also switches up how much health they have, so they have more health. They can shoot a ghost me. When I say a ghost, they won't even be looking at me. I could literally run behind them with my gun pointed directly looking at the backside in between their shoulder blades, right? And they're shooting the exact opposite direction of me, and I die. And it could literally be in a 1v1 situation, nobody else around. I die. And I'm looking at them at their back, so they're facing away from me, okay? They could be facing forward. We'll say they're at their 12 o'clock. I'm standing at their 6 o'clock, behind them, okay? I can see the back bits of their shoulder blades still like a fucking T. Meaning it's not turned, it's literally a T from left to right. Like if you're drawing a T, the left side, the left arm of the T would be their left shoulder blade. The right arm of the T would be their right shoulder blade, right? I can see it right like that. And they'll be shooting away from me, and I die. They're shooting at a ghost of me, not physically me, and I die. Um, and all different types of stuff, man. Like, I don't know if I can show all this on stream and then call it as soon as it happens, because of the fact, like, me having to align those stars to show you guys that it happens is not always going to be true, because they could be camping their spawn. They could be setting in a place where it's physically impossible to get behind them, that I have to literally push their front only. Like, for instance, the ladder areas. Maybe there's another team covering the other ladder. 2 men on this other ladder. No matter which side you climb up on, you die. And the reason I say that is because right now, under face-off, or maybe it's, I don't remember which one. It's Mosh Pit or Face Off. Either the two. I think it's Face Off, which has the smaller maps, has a map that is basically a mine shaft, and there is a place that attaches in the middle to go between each spawn from above, but to get to that, each spawn has a ladder. Now, if, let's say, my spawn wins the gunfights in that top section, and 2 people run across without dying, and they just set and watch that ladder, and then 2 more people from my spawn climb up our spawn's ladder and just set and watch that ladder, they gain the entire map's top section. There's no middle way to get up. It's only those 2 spawns. So if we cover both of those, the enemy has no more top route. And then if we send 2 people to the right, 2 people to the left, and make sure they're angling, like, from left angles to the right. So, yes, it's a little greater distance, but they're also covering the middle section of the map there. The right section covers to the left opening, which is the other left opening of the other spawn, and covers the mid section as well, literally forming an X in how they're from right section looking to the left section looking to the right, forming a X in the visual, right? And then we have the 2 people setting at the top over here and 2 people setting at the top over here, watching either side ladder. So even if they did somehow make a push out and these people plebbed and they pushed around to the spawn and tried switching it, we still have people up top on the ladders to make sure they can't climb those ladders to try to make a new push from above, right? Yeah. No, there's places like that on a good some of these maps, and I feel like they do need some rework. Alright, well, let's pop into some face-off, get into some gunfights. Now, I gotta warm up, so I'm gonna pleb for a little bit too, so I am accounting that, but if I die to bullshit, I will call it. If I shoot someone 2 or 3 times and die to 2 bullets, and let's say I'm holding an LMG, which is a fucking larger round, dying to 2 shots of a fucking SMG, which is a smaller round, we're going to have some problems. But right here, they like to angle that like that. We're going to pop over this. No one push that. Okay, so we got to kill this dude. There's a dude right here. I'm plebbing. Let's heal up. Yeah, get out of here, buddy. That's friendly. See, where that should feel like that all the time, I promise you it won't. And we're gonna reload, because I didn't count my ammunition. Okay, so no one there. Right there's where they like to run out of, so right here. We're just gonna push back over here. Oh. Oh, hello, I hear you. Okay, I'm dead. I called that. I could try to climb over, but I doubt I would have climbed fast enough. He's up top. And my team is a little bit slow on the reaction time, but that's fine. We'll toss this bad boy just to check it. This guy right here. I really don't think I should have lost that gunfight. I mean, yes, I already took somewhat a bit of health right there. But 1 bullet through the wall is a big nope. I'm just going to go ahead and call that. And that didn't kill you? Alright, yeah, we got some issues going on. Hold on. Why did my grenade not kill him? I'm going to toss a better one. There we go. I like the Omni movement, but jumping needs to be reduced a little bit. It's where it feels like jumping doesn't move that far, it only moves like that, right? Realistically, that's how it should feel. Oh, I'm dead. The grenade. I didn't want to stand up and go right back into the dude's shots, but sometimes it's unavoidable. Teammate, why are you running down the stairwell, brother? Okay, I'm guessing he's dead. Climbing could be adjusted. And I mean that as 100%, because when I'm climbing something, I should not feel like I'm just vaulting over it. I should feel like I'm up and able to jump off of it. Oh, I somehow got that through the wall, bro. He should be dead. I'm sorry, I threw a nade up there. It's a sticky grenade. He should have been dead. Like right here, that should have killed him. Easy. They should be dead. Grenades send off shrapnel. It's not just an explosion that kills people. It's also the little miniature propelled objects that get obliterated into smaller bits and get sent out. So on top of the explosion, you also got like basically a shotgun going off, right? That's the best way to put it. It's basically a fucking shotgun. Should not be coming up my stairwell. My teammate up top with me should have covered that. Instead of running away. Like they're all good at doing. That's the biggest thing I love too. How did a grenade that went off on the other side hit me? But yet, when I throw a nade, that is never the case. So, how many bullets did he eat? Because I can tell you that was a good sum of bullets he ate. Where'd my nade go? Yeah, I would really question that. Where did my grenade go? Because I threw it over and that would have arced right to the stage. And where was he standing? On the stage? And no one gets hit? Please fix your game, Activision. Because right now, me showing this already proves it's a Vanguard 2.0, and Vanguard was trash, which means this game is going to be trash. Okay? Because no human being is going to throw a real grenade like that uber fucking far. Let's be honest. They're not. Okay? Especially, like, if you ever watch, like, realistically, the weight of that grenade you think is kind of light. The drills they do to teach grenade tosses on some of the drills is going to be over walls. And have you ever watched a real soldier try to chuck a fucking grenade over a wall? Yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. It really is not. On top of it not being the easiest thing in the world to do, that is how you get your team killed in a practice scenario. And when I say that, they don't hand them real grenades, obviously. They'll give them something that literally is the same weight of a grenade. It's basically a dud grenade. Like if they removed all the gunpowder, filled it with something else that has the equal weight, and made it where they can still pin pull it and throw it, right? Which I think is like sand that's in the grenade. But even with that, they'll throw it. It won't even make it all the way over the wall. It'll come right back down beside the team. And they'll classify that whole team sitting there dead. Okay? Well, that being a legitimate thing, me tossing a grenade over that wall isn't going to go cross-mappy. Alright? It's just not. That's what I'm saying. It would have landed stage side. Now, with that being said as well, it might fall even closer than that, because realistically, like, I think most people can go look it up. Most grenades are usually optimally used between, like, 9 to 10 feet. Not across the fucking map, okay? Also, the timer of a grenade back in World War II was 10 seconds. The grenades that we use today, as in modern grenades, are 5 seconds. And with Call of Duty being right now with all the modern weapons, like weapons that are coming out as today stuff as well, that would mean the grenades would be the 5-second grenade. So being able to chuck it over an entire building and land it on someone is highly unrealistic. Okay? Now, again, it's a game, and doing something like that might feel pretty cool, and you can yell out Kobe. End of the day, I want a little more realism to Call of Duty. If I shoot someone with a gun, they're not going to be cheesecakes flying out of my barrel. That literally is like we're playing Nerf, right? pretty much Nerf foam darts. You ever watch like little 6-year-olds run around a yard shooting a Nerf blaster at each other? That's kind of how Call of Duty feels right now. It doesn't feel like it's a real shooter. Um, for it to be holding real guns, going by caliber, which is 7.62, 5.56, 338, all of those, which are real weapon calibers, right? If you're claiming it's a real weapon caliber, then actually make the gun feel like a real weapon, not like the Walmart or Dollar General foam dart blasters you run around the backyard with when you were 6 years old, shooting at your friend who was also running around with a Walmart or Dollar General foam dart blaster shooting at you. Okay? At least make the guns feel somewhat real. The combat feel somewhat real. If I'm shooting at someone, don't make them be like, oh, it's just a game, man, I don't care, and win gunfights because of that. Make them actually feel like if they're being shot at, they're fucked. So make them actually play, more realistic too. If I'm shooting at someone, they can sit there and be like, oh, I can tank it all day. Oh, man, that Twinkie was a freaking chocolate cream filled flavor one. Right? No, don't make your games like that. COD, back off from that. If you want something to feel correct, COD, if you want to look at an envision of something that is somewhat realistic, still video game based, and want to create something around the lines of something people would actually like, right? Look at DayZ. Look at Arma 2. Look at Arma 3 by Bohemia Interactive. Literally. That would bring more competition, competitiveness, and skill into a game than what COD has at the moment. Oh, look at him. He's shooting Twinkies, man. Return fire. That's not cool. I think my game bugged out a bit. Hence, like, it's not really searching for a fucking match here. But you get the idea. It's dumbness, man. Like, it feels like Vanguard all over again. It feels like Cold War all over again, bro. Like, honestly, it feels like if you took Cold War, mixed it with Vanguard, and then added in, like, Modern Warfare 2, is literally what this game is. And all three are trash titles. Let's not get that wrong. All three are trash titles. If we want to look at real, one of the best Call of Duty games out there, back to the OG, not this one, but the OG back in the day of like 2000 and, I don't know, we'll say between 2002 and 2012. Think of Modern Warfare 3. That was good. How about Modern Warfare 2? That was good. Look at, I'm not going to say Black Ops because I've always had an issue with Black Ops titles, let's be honest. Like, Black Ops 1 even, that's what started the whole, like, you shot someone, either you got a hit mark or you shot someone and it didn't count. That's where all that fucking shit started. Go to the titles before it, never had that issue. Go to the title at Black Ops and after, had the issue. Okay? I could go to Modern Warfare 3 and always hit. I've never had a thing where I shot my trigger at someone and it goes, I'm sorry, even though your red dot is right at their chest, you have missed today. That all started Black Ops 1 and past. Black Ops have always been a trash title set to me. Now, as far as the maps, could have been the best maps I've seen, apart from maybe Terminal, Modern Warfare 2. Stuff like that, right? Take the good maps out of every title, combine it into one title, take every gun you ever made, put it into one title, and when I say every gun, like if there's 4 different variants of an M4, choose the best one, and then throw it into the title, right? And then cut out the duplicates. Then make the game movement and aim, and when I say movement and aim, I mean, like, how smooth it feels being Modern Warfare 2019, right? Or Modern Warfare 3 of last year, right? Either of those two titles. Make that the movement. Then you can say, like, okay, the Black Ops stuff, the Omni movement, okay, bring it, but rework how that movement is. And what do I mean by that is, like, my gun should not feel clunky in Omni movement. I should not be getting stuck where if I'm strafing to the side, my gun going left to right on me, right? Because I've accidentally clicked my stick. Realistically, here's what I want you guys to do. Take a remote in your hand, act like it's a pistol, or find something long enough in your house that's light. Hold it like it's a gun, and make sure you can at least put part of it up to your shoulder. And then I want you to run going to the right and to the left, and hold that gun up and aim. You can do it. Now do it jogging backwards and do it jogging forwards. Do it while also kind of running, not sprinting, but running. You can still do that. In Call of Duty, they say time to aim should not be a thing. Okay, I should not feel clunky. The aim in this one, kind of clunky. It's literally the Vanguard aim. Okay, it is clunky. It is not smooth. It's like you're all over the place almost. It feels nearly smooth, but it's not. Now, people that's played a lot of Ubisoft games or even Battlefield, right, is used to the clunky feel of that game. And I'm sorry, yes, it's clunky. It's not smooth. So that way, when you come here, it'll feel the same. But that's not how your game should feel. Go play 2019 for MW. Go play this year's version of Modern Warfare 3. Feel how adaptive and smooth moving and aiming in that game is compared to this one, right? And you will see what I'm saying. It's bullshit. It's clunky. It's terrible. It feels awful. And again, for disputing a thing, I'm not sitting here just saying it is terrible. I'm giving you guys how it feels. What could make it better, which determines it from a Karen who is just griping about something to letting you guys know that truthfully this is what's going on. This is what could make it better. Two differences between that. All right. And you guys can already see we're already having a matchmaking issue where I'm not searching for a match. Even if I bring it back to saying multiplayer and it has to load up the stuff, it will throw me in as if I'm already searching for a match. It's terrible, brother. Yeah, this game is absolute garbage. And I will say that from any standpoint, it is garbage. Okay? I haven't even bought it, if that tells you guys anything. I'm playing the free beta. Literally the weekend where it's like 3 to 5 days of literally anyone can play it free. Long as you own Modern Warfare 3, you can play this free. That is literally how I'm playing it. The free beta. I did not pre-order it because I already looked at Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3 of the concurrent years, meaning the years closest to what today is. Okay? All garbage. And yes, there's people saying, oh, this game's good, that game's good, you're just terrible. No. Even if I was bad at the game, even then I would still say this game is ass. And be able to make a irrefutable argument against it. Because at the end of the day, EOMM never should have been brought. Ever since 2019, it's been around, but players only recently started being like, oh, it's actually real. Since Modern Warfare 2, Like, not last year's game, but the year before that, literally. That's how recent players have started figuring out that it's actually real. But it's actually been here since 2019. That's maybe even before. It could have actually been around since Black Ops 4. Let's be honest. Um, Yikes. And there's still people out there going, oh, they're using an excuse of this and that. At the end of the day, that excuse is valid. Because you can feel pretty good at the game, and it's because you came out of 3 matches you were actually a good player in easier lobbies. Or B, you are a shit player who the game allows to get kills faster. Have a little more extra health, so you're tanking more bullets, so you eat 3 or 4 bullets from the other player and you kill them because of the game is allowing it, not because you're actually any good. And you're going into lobbies feeling like, hey man, look, we just trashed this fucking team. And from someone who actually ran a at least 2.0 KD in both Modern Warfare 2 and MW3, before having it get lower, not because of my skill level dropped, but because of EOMM and skill-based matchmaking, right? Which is not me being thrown with a team that is my equal skill level versus a team of my equal skill level. What happens is I get thrown into a game where we'll say at least a 2.0 KD, right? My team is going to be a 0.4 KD, meaning they're going to be the shittiest players in the game, right? That is on my team. But then the enemy team is at least going to be 1.0 or higher, if not the lowest being a 0.9, which is still well above a 0.3. At least zero point 0.6 more above, meaning they're a little bit better of a player than my team, right? And that's me having to backpack an entire fucking team against people that are better than my team and of equal skill level as me. Because to let you guys know, I get thrown in lobbies. No joke. My team is not ranked players, right? They don't play the game like a skilled player would. They're literally 0.3s. But then I'll have 2 or 3 iridescent players on the other fucking team. Do you know how fucking off balance that is? Where I have to 1v3 3 different iridescent players on top of at least other players with a 0.9 or above KD. That's my lobbies because of skill-based matchmaking. Okay? And I could actually play and play and play and try to show this to as much as possible, but nobody's going to believe it. They're all just going to stay blind. But at the end of the day, I get thrown in lobbies where everybody's literally beating their meat staring at one fucking lane in a 4-lane map. I'm not joking. They will all literally sit there like that one lane has a freaking, I don't know, 10 out of 10 porn star completely stripped naked standing in that lane. And the whole enemy team happens to be the non-simp players, and I will say this, literally non-simp players who run the other direction all the way around and come up behind my team. That is my fucking lobbies because of skill-based matchmaking. And I'm not saying this to be completely mean. I'm doing it in a joking sense, hence how I'm saying, like, you know, a 10 out of 10 stripper completely naked in one lobby. Like, that's being a little bit of a joke because we know that ain't what's really happening. But you guys get it. Everyone will literally funnel into one section, and the whole enemy team, especially if they have players equal to my skill level, is going to be having flankers, and my team is not going to be looking at it. I could be the only dude looking at the right side of the fucking map. Die because I'm getting in a 1v3 where all three are rushing me at the same time. Maybe I kill one or two of them, but I still die. Right? And my whole team, instead of being like, oh, our teammate just died over there, there's enemies there, and literally try to put up a defense countering that, no. They will continue looking at that left lane, acting like nothing happened, allowing a whole fucking man or two people or even the whole fucking enemy team sneak up behind them. That is my luck for lobbies due to skill-based matchmaking. That's not fun to be in. Okay? That's already hit my experience to make it worse. Then also not getting my bullets registered where I could be aiming dead on someone, which does happen. Even in this game happens, right? More than it should, which means it's definitely a, EOMM, engagement-based matchmaking. Causing this to happen, not really internet, because internet is going to happen very rare, unless you're really on bad internet, but guys, I'm using 1 terabyte internet with a Ethernet cable, meaning I'm hardwired into my router, at least getting 800 megabytes per second. Okay, that's nearly a gigabit, right? Which is nearly 1,000 megabyte. Actually, I think it's more than 1,000. You guys get the idea. Like, I'm right there at 800 megabytes per second. I'm nearly a gigabit internet speed, and you're telling me some of my shots aren't going to register like 20, 30 different times in a game in the same match is a little weird. Okay, that's not mathematically going to be like, oh, yes, that is possible. That's literally EOMM causing that. Same with, like, the amount of bullets sometimes they eat. Where you see, like, I was at longer distances, killed in 2 bullets, but then someone right there literally ate 2 or 3 at closer range, where my bullet should be a lot stronger, because 1, it's not losing velocity, 2, it's not losing power behind it, because at that close of range it takes longer to lose that, because velocity and bullet drop happens over time, and being as close as possible to your enemy, right, should make your bullet stronger than what it would be at a distance. So if I can 2-tap someone at, we'll say, 100 meters, then I should be able to at least 2-tap someone at 50 meters, at 30 meters, at 20 meters, at 10 meters, right? Should feel exactly more consistent. So if I can 2-tap maybe every now and then having to shoot someone 3 times at long range, when I say long range, I mean long for an LMG, which would be about from where I was to that stage, right? Across the way when I was peeking the window. If I can kill someone in 2 to 3 bullets there, it should be 2 bullets or less, even closer. I should not be getting eaten like a freaking Twinkie, alright, when I'm shooting someone at really close range with an LMG. Yes, it's 5.56, but come on, man. How are you going to tell me a bullet? Like, look at the side of my gun when it flips the character back around, right? Look at the size of at least one of those bullets. Not only in the width, right? I can't really say length, because length is going to be the cartridge for gunpowder. The bullet is mainly just the very tip. But I want you to look at how big around that bullet is at least, right? That is going to be coming out. And when I say the tip, it ain't just the very tip of the bullet. We call it the head. You'll see where the head is a little bit different than the jacket, right? The jacket is the back half, which actually holds the gunpowder and stuff like that, which gets combusted to propel the bullet, which is the front part of your actual entire fucking bullet, the casing in the head. But look at how big around that is, right? Compared to, I don't know, like the bullet coming out of this, which is going to be 9mm, right? And you can already tell the magazine is already smaller. But yes, this is 9mm. There you go, 9x19, right? Which actually is known as 9mm. You can just say 9mm, right? But it's 9x19. The bullet to that is going to be so much smaller than the bullet is to something like this. So right here, so if you look, you see the sill. It's probably going to be hard to see. But you'll see that copper-looking bullet, like the very dark brown brass copper tip, right? And then you'll see where it kind of gets lighter. Like it's still golden, but it's not as dark. Okay, right where the start of that is the jacket, which is going to hold the gunpowder. From there forward, not back, forward to the darker bit is your bullet. Look how thick the thickest part of that bullet is. Okay, that is going to be a 5.56 round that is going to be hitting someone. Okay, a 9mm bullet. The best way I can say is look it up online, guys, so you can actually get a better comparison. Just look up 9mm and go look at the different bullet types and how big the bullet is, and then have someone compare it in their hand with a ruler or like just a good size proportion, and then look at someone loading a 5.56 into a weapon and then being able to do a size comparison there, or even have the two side by side so you can see the size of the bullet is massively different, right? So you can see what I'm saying. Like you're having a larger object being shot into you is going to be more deadly than the smaller one. Okay, I mean, they're both deadly, don't get me wrong. You shot in the brain with either, you're dead. But a bigger bullet has a larger chance at hitting something like an organ or a vein or something like that, making it more capable of killing. Okay? We'll put it that way. And then take both of those and then lay them next to a 7.62, which is your AK round, okay? Set those next to a 7.62. You will see a difference in size again. And then for shits and giggles, not the pistol caliber of 50 cal, which is actually, I think, like 45 AE or something like that. No, I'm talking about the real 50 cal coming from a Barrett 50 cal sniper rifle. Take that size of a round and lay it next to your 7.62. Okay? You'll actually start to see, one, the casings are bigger. For the actual part, it holds the gunpowder because, yes, it's a bigger bullet, needs more gunpowder, but more gunpowder also means it's going to have more push, more power, and stuff like that behind it. Okay? With that being said, you will see the difference in that. And that's something I think game developers should bring into their game. A fucking pistol, we'll say, or an SMG, which is basically an automatic pistol, alright? Being converted into something that could try to shoot longer distance because it'll have a longer barrel, which is rifling, but again, it's still a 9mm bullet, right? Take that into effect against a real AR, right? Something like a M4A1, a AK, and see the difference in damage that it does. Shoot different vest plates. Really do your research behind it, right? Is something game developers should do, because I should not be running out at someone and shoot them 2 times with this, right? And them eat every round of it, and then somehow 2-tap me with this. At the same range, right? Smaller bullet, smaller casing, smaller amounts of gunpowder, smaller punch, and somehow this 2-taps me over a larger caliber. It makes no fucking sense, okay? Game developers, if we're going to do balancing, if this can 2-tap, my LMG should 2-tap. My AR should 2-tap. My sniper should 1-tap. Okay? End of story. Next is, I don't like the balancing being done to snipers. And this is why you see I have it as a secondary. I'm not using it as a primary. This is in case, like, I really have to shoot a long distance. But even then, do I? Because yes, I will with an SMG, but if you notice my ARs, like for instance the AK, does not have a sniper backed with it. My M4, basically the XM4, but we're going to call it the M4, does not have a sniper backed with it. My LMG does not have a sniper backed with it. My Galil does not have a sniper backed with it because Call of Duty wants to make these guns have no recoil. There is no advantage to having a sniper anymore when you could throw on an AR with a sniper scope onto it, get zero recoil, and outcompete the sniper rifle at a sniper's range because of recoil, right? They have none. Or it's so very little that it's so controllable that why would I even want to pull a sniper? Apart from maybe trying to hit a clip for YouTube, why would I pull a sniper in the game, right? Yes, the sniper's one shot, but if I'm strafing left to right at super fucking speeds that it's already hard to hit with a fucking sniper, and I get to put a scope onto my gun to make it a sniper, have nearly no recoil to no recoil at all, shooting at, I don't know, no bullet drop off, meaning I just aim directly onto the enemy player in the map with me and just be able to spam shots down range. What's the point of a sniper? At that point, seriously, what is the point? That AR is going to already outcompete a sniper at something a sniper's suited for, but now is also suited for ARs, right? And I feel like that is so bad because if you're going to have snipers in the game, make the ARs short to medium range, your pistols and SMG, your pistol short range, SMG short to medium range, little less damage than the ARs, right? So if it takes 3 bullets an AR, it's 4 with an SMG. That way, at range. And then at close range, it could still be, it'd be like 3 for an AR, 3 for an SMG, keep them even, right? So that way, everybody is suited. Then keep your AR's fire rate something that could still win gunfights against the SMGs for the fact of SMGs might have a higher fire rate. So, yeah. Second, when you get hit by something, okay, unless it's a feather or a Twinkie or a foam dart, you're going to move. Anything that hits you hard, you're going to move. And this is something they need to add in, especially with snipers and crossbows and marksman rifles. Flinch! If I shoot someone, I should not die to a dude with a sniper rifle. I'm sorry, if you're already being hit, your gun should be all the way at the sky or all the way looking at the floor. Or, better yet, your ass better be on the floor, not still able to shoot back. A little more realism there would be great. Now, I get like at super long distances, fine, make the sniper be somewhat compatible to that. Because, again, bullet fall off and damage and stuff is not going to be the same, right? So maybe they don't have flinch at really far distances with an AR shooting at them. But something pretty close, if we're kind of medium distance away and I'm beaming you, you should not be able to just aim up, shoot me, and move on with your day like nothing happened. You should be fucked. Okay, and I say that realistically, fucked. You should either be dead, your gun aiming at the sky, and then dead, right? You should not be able to kill me. That is a big no-no. Now, if I'm not looking at you or I'm actually plebbing my shots, I'm not hitting you, fine, sniper kills me. But if I'm actually hitting you, create flinch that removes the accuracy to the sniper. Needs to be there. And I'm not saying this to be the worst person ever. I'm saying this because, like, is there a way I can go to, like, firing range? No, there is not. I would have to try to get a game, but my game's being bugged right now, so I'm probably going to have to reload it. But if I'm sitting there firing at you full auto with a machine gun, and you're just going, ooh, 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 but no flinch with it, and you get the one-shot kill me, there's a very big issue there. Same as shotguns, man. Like, if I pop the corner and I'm riddling you with an SMG or AR, he should not be able to return fire and kill me. He should not. His gun should be in the sky shooting the clouds or looking straight at the floor, almost shooting his toes off. He should not be aiming dead straight at me and killing me with the luck of the game saying, oh, he's using a shotgun, it's this range, one shot, when he's already ate 3 bullets. No. Please fix the game, man. Please fix it. I cannot have fun dying to bullshit when, if I actually get outplayed, I'll happily like to be like, shit, I got fucked. But if I die because I'm like, oh, I put 3 bullets in you and you just get the fucking one-tap me? And we're not even that far apart? What the fuck's going on? Right? In that situation, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, no, this shit's retarded. It's what I want to drop, because it is. Okay? It's stupid. And yeah, I'm going to get an attitude, and I'm going to Karen the fuck out, and I don't give a fuck who calls me a Karen at that moment. That needs a fucking fix. Immediately. Again, there's a difference between getting bullshitted and getting outplayed. If I got outplayed, I just need to get better. But if I get bullshitted where he's eating bullets and then kills me, oh, hell no. Hell no. That player needs to get the fuck better at the game. Stop babying him. Stop holding his fucking hand like he's a fucking toddler. Make him learn to get better. Alright? Sorry, I love other gamers, but don't toddler his bitch ass and take up him crying over something he needs to learn to get better at. Okay? And don't tell me that I need to get better at this game, because game's basically fucking new. But let's be honest. Even old CODs, man, I used to drop 2.0s, right? Like, straight up, I'm not that bad of a player. I can go on Shipment and drop 100 fucking kills a game. I can go on other maps that isn't Shipment and at least drop 70, right? It's not the hardest shit to do. But when you're a player at that skill level in the game, once start holding hands to the people that can't play, it starts trying to balance out the KDs, making it where, oh, you have a 1.0 KD and these guys have a 1.0 KD, even though they should be at a 0.3, it starts allowing them to feel better at the game. 1, higher health pool. 2, they don't have to shoot directly at you, they can miss a little bit, and it'll still fucking kill you. 3, their guns already do more damage, even if it's the same gun, same loadout, same attachments. You'll notice they will eat 4 bullets out of yours, and you will die with 2 of theirs. That shit needs to stop. And I 100% wish I could sue Call of Duty, every game developer for it, because if we go back to Modern Warfare 2, guys, there's over 100-something devs, and out of that 100-something devs was every fucking development team. Treyarch, Activision, you name it, every fucking one of them was under that title, and it had it. Okay? If they really cared, and I mean each one of the different titles cared for the consumer as they say they do, they wouldn't allow cheaters into the game as rampant as they are. Second monitor, so what? Installed to a different section of another PC where it's connected to the one you're using, so what? If a player is staring at a fucking wall and not the doorway, is hint enough they got wall hacks. If they're literally up there going, what's through this wall? Okay, yep, this wall's paint color is this. I count 400 different specs. If they're doing that shit, they're looking through the wall, and they got fucking boxes on seeing where the other fucking players are, okay? There's a difference between, okay, maybe I'm watching a doorway, but my aim is a little bit touching the door because I'm not very good. There's a difference between that and blatantly staring at a fucking square wall. Alright? If the game can literally take in metadata, oh, he's been staring at this wall for 0.2 seconds, 0.3 seconds, 0.4, 0.5, like literally and counted the seconds of this dude staring at it, and then tracing someone through said wall to shoot them, that should auto be a ban. Okay? Next, look at reaction time and the reaction of a bot, right? And when I say a bot, I mean like aimbot, right? A real player, yes, can occasionally snap over and hit their shot, but they're still in between, meaning they're still going from point A looking over to point B. It's not automatically A and then immediately to B. That gives away it's an aimbot. All right? You will still have the milliseconds in time. Like if you look in real life, point your controller in front of your eyes like you're holding a gun. Now look left to right. If you do not see this in a kill cam, and it goes from one to immediately to another guy in the blink of an eye, that is an aimbot. That is an auto ban. Me as a human can detect that. Game developers, you can create your game to detect that. But they don't. You know why? They're making money from the cheaters. Think of it. Every time a cheater pops into a game, the cheaters are paying them to continue to cheat. Because once they get banned, it's not an IP ban, meaning like no matter how many times they rebuy the game, they're still banned. No. Or a hardware ban, where that hardware, so no matter how many accounts you make, as long as it has that hardware, you're banned. No. It is just an account ban. So people can go back, buy the game again, which is, again, paying the creators of the development team of the game in order to just cheat again. So it is going to be this cycle of they are paying us, so we don't care. Not to mention, they're already paying cheaters. Okay? You can go look at another YouTuber. I'm not going to say his YouTube name, but I might. I've already said it on my Red Shady account for my music channel, right? He goes around and looks for all the different high-end streamers that he's found cheats on. Found them talking about cheats, them using it, them using like even scandals of bringing players in, right? Which is scamming, right? Scamming their fan base. And these same streamers are being paid by Activision. There's even talk where this dude was on the phone with someone from Activision who literally said, like, oh, we already know who's cheating. But until they get too much of an uproar about it, meaning people going to them with evidence and too many people creating a scene with it, they won't ban them. Okay, that's already been said. Why do I want to support a game that way? Why would I put my money into that? That's why I haven't bought this fucking retarded game. And yes, I will say the R word because it is. Let's put it this way. Before Modern Warfare 2, the recent Modern Warfare 2, not the OG, but the recent Modern Warfare 2, who was the face of that game upon release? Her name was Nadia. A year before that, or if not more, she was already proven to have aimbot and wall hacks, right? Being able to run upstairs, start pre-firing a corner where she supposedly thought somebody was at because of walls, but they happened to be on the other side of a fucking wall. So now they had to jump out a window to combat this person. Right? Literally wall hacks. Proven she had it. Even knowing someone not being on UAV, because you can see when teammate calls UAV in, radar it pings on the map, no red fucking dot. So there's no clue that the person should have been there. They're too far away to hear running because not only is Nadia on the rooftop of a building, the dude's across the fucking street in the bottom of another building. Not rooftop, not a third story, bottom. And she wall bangs this dude through a wall and asks for one of her teammates to go clean the dude up. Literally using wall hacks. Blatantly using wall hacks. And Call of Duty paid her a year later to be the face of Modern Warfare 2. Are we not seeing that? How about half a FaZe team that got rolled out of FaZe because they got found out they were cheating, but yet was being paid by Call of Duty for years to go out and LAN tournaments to win cash? Years before COD actually stepped up and banned them. They got pulled out of tournaments. They, you know, uh, are no longer a part of FaZe because FaZe had to do cleanup, even though the FaZe clan probably already knew they were cheating, because if you can't go years without being like, oh, he's not cheating, or I'm clueless about it. When after everything got super pointed out, they're cheating, right? And they've been playing the same way for a while. So that being said, you can't go 2-3 years and be like, I didn't know. They knew. They didn't care. Same as Activision. Already stated. They know who's cheating, but they don't care. Because if they did, the people they knew was cheating, as soon as the knowledge was there, their account wouldn't be there. Them playing wouldn't be there. Every time they loaded up a new stream saying, hey, I'm on Call of Duty, and showing a brand new account would be immediately banned. Okay? That's not the case. And that's truthfulness to you guys. Call of Duty does not care about the people playing it. They see you guys as money bag, hence all the terrible, and I mean terrible, paid content. And what am I calling paid content? Well, for you guys not knowing, that is where you go and you get COD points and you spend it on what's called packs. Oh, this pack has tracers. This one changes the look of the gun. Do you guys ever notice for 2,500 COD points, you'll get a gun that looks fucking retarded stupid? It's terrible. Like, you'd think they'd put more time into the gun. And then a little bit later, you get another gun that actually is okay, and it's 2,500 COD points, and then you look at it and go, okay, why is this one 2,500 and it's shit, but then this one's kind of okay and it's 2,500? It's a money bag, guys. They don't care. Okay, if they cared, look at all the cool camos they bring seasonally and stuff, and ask, like, how come all the camos aren't this way, or at least 70% of them, right? They don't care. At the end of the day, they're just trying to slap something together, get a money bag, try to make the fucking cash that they can from it quick, and get the fuck out. Let's be honest. That's what you are to Call of Duty. To the developers, and I mean every developer, no matter which one you look at, from Treyarch to Activision to, all of them, okay? They all just look at you as a money bag. Stop supporting it. Again, I didn't buy the game. I'm playing the free version of it right now. When this free version's gone, I will no longer be on it. Do you know where I chose to put my money over Call of Duty this time? And it's kind of sad that I had to do this, but when I was given $100 for my birthday that passed a few days ago, September the 3rd, by the way, guys, for my birthday, I had $100. I had any choice of games on my PlayStation. But instead of Call of Duty, do you know what I picked? I picked Ark Survival Ascended. Before that, okay? And I mean before that, when I was outdoor dashing, I picked Borderlands 3. Before that, Tiny Tina's. Okay? None of that has been Call of Duty since. Okay, since the last thing I bought that was Call of Duty. What was that? It was like it was after the Kong pack. Because I do have the Monkey Fist in Modern Warfare 3, but I think there was a pack after that that I did end up getting. But after that, I just have not done any Call of Duty content. Um, and to kind of show you guys that I did not buy this game, if I go to here, you can see here's the cross-gen bundle. Here's this one. $69.99, $99.99, okay? I do not own it. I am playing it free because, again, why? Free beta right now for everyone. It was actually started yesterday, but that's why I'm playing it. It's free. Did I pay for it? No. What I pay for this in the future, from what I've seen here on the beta? Hell no. Alright? Again, we're getting into, let's put it this way. Bad gameplay, because it's already, some people eat more because of EOMM. Your engagements are modified mid-gameplay because if you're doing too good, they don't want you to play too good, and stuff like that. Skill-based matchmaking, thrown with real terrible teammates. And then just like laziness. And yes, I will say laziness because, like, okay, I don't know how long they took to put this game together. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm already seeing something that kind of scares me from making this a title. Because if we look at the ARs, you have the XM4. But if we go to the LMGs, basically an LMG version of the XM4. And to show you that, okay, here's the XM4. This is my little skinned version, right? And then this, where all I've changed is like a couple attachments. And to show you this, if I go back to this, you guys can see basically an M4 barrel, M4 barrel, M4, M4, M4. It's not a brand new gun. They just made different barrel looks for it, but it is basically an M4A1. Remove the sight off the top, so remove this. Act like it has nothing, okay? Put a 30-round magazine in that instead of the belt mag, and what is it? Laziness, okay? And again, there's one route of laziness that I would count as less lazy than using the same fucking gun model and calling it something different. Because realistically, what I could do is take the XM4, make an ammunition pool in that's 150 rounds, and instead of being a mag, it's a box mag, right? I could go that route and say, now I've turned my XM4 into an LMG version of it. Why do I really need a legit LMG version of it, right? And that is my question. Like, COD. We are a development team. You have plethora of titles with plethora of weapons that you could pull from. Okay? Literally counting from COD 4 Modern Warfare, your first online ever Call of Duty, up to this game, BO6, you could have pulled from any weapon list to throw in this game. I'm not joking. You could have 30 assault rifles, 30 SMGs, like 20 something shotguns, like I think 12 to 15 different pistols, like 20 something sniper rifles, and like I think 15 LMGs. I'd have to go back and relook at everything, but that's how many weapons could be potentially in this game. You got to think of all the weapons from Advanced Warfare, all the weapons from COD 4 Modern Warfare 29, COD for Modern Warfare, all the weapons from Modern Warfare 2, all the weapons from Black Ops, every version of Black Ops, right? And you could have had a plethora of weapons under every category. And then later on, when a new gun in real life comes out, because again, like they don't have to be fully out, they could be just in their test versions, you can remodel it. You've already remodeled a brand new gun in Modern Warfare 3 of last year. Um, Sometime at this year, you've done it, and it's a 50 cal version of an AK that a YouTuber made, and you took it off of him and put it in your game. Okay, I'm just going to put it that way, very lightly. You've done that. So now what's stopping you from any different of mock model of weapon when you go and search it? Or even stuff that people thought about and never really made because it wasn't functional in a certain sense. So they decided to stop making it. Maybe you make it in the game and it's functional in the game, right? What's stopping you from doing that? That's literally me being honest with how Call of Duty has been lazy at the moment. Okay? Yes, we've seen new maps, but a lot of the maps here recently that's been coming out has been old. Okay? Like maps from older games. If you're going to do that, all the maps should be at base game. And I do mean at base game soon as it launches, not coming proportionally next year or the year after that, at base game, right? For every Call of Duty map that you choose, right? That is the best version of that map if there's remake versions of it, right? So you choose the one you like the most, you pull that. And then you take every other map that you haven't remade yet, don't remake it, slap it into the game. Because realistically, in the future, you're going to make the argument of, well, how do we profit off of that or make a brand new game? Well, you keep porting that stuff over, add new weapons from real life that hasn't been portrayed in your game yet into the game. So now the only way to get those weapons is through the new game, right? On top of, if you guys start making way better maps, maybe they come to the new game, not the old one, right? So now if people want to play on that map or they like the map, they have to buy that game. And then again, every then gets ported to the new game again, with also that new game creating even more new content. Not re-releasing stuff that's already been, but actual new content. Constantly building upon what you have. Even if you didn't do every weapon from the old games, at least if you do a World War II game, take every World War II game you have and slap those fucking weapons in, and then make new ones that is in that game only. Same with the maps. Take every World War II map you have, slap them in that game, and then come with 5 to 8 new maps that you launch in that game. That's in that game only till a new World War II game comes out, and then you take every file from that, slapping it into the new one, and then at base come with 5 to 8 new maps again. That is brand new, fresh maps, right? Not remakes, but brand new, fresh maps. And build upon it. So this way, instead of having every map in COD history, you're just doing it from certain types. So when you come out the new game, say it's Advanced Warfare, then you go to every Advanced Warfare or futuristic Call of Duty you've made, take the weapons from it, slap it into that game. So that way now those will be in the futuristic category. Then you have your World War II category, and then you can have your, I don't know, whatever category next you want to do, or to split them, futuristic to World War II, so it's old and future. So now all the future content, the new content, the weapons of today would be in that game, and the ones that you've had in the past of that day for that type of content will be in that game, and vice versa, right? That way your file size still stays a little bit lower. Yes, it's bigger than what we have at this moment, but it still stays a little bit lower and has a little less memory being used as if it would if it had every damn thing, right? So I've already given you multiple different routes you can take. The split routes, the routes with combining every game and every content, right? Compared to what we have now, which is just laziness. And yes, it's lazy. When you take an M4 and then you're just like, okay, we'll just take that M4, texture a LMG mag onto it, and then call it the XMG, right? Which is a M4 just now turned LMG, which is lazy. But yeah, guys, I can't get the game to continue working, so I'm going to have to close the app. When I do so, it's going to stop stream. So I will see you guys later, guys. Till next time.